Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. So I am so excited to be doing this video today. I am finally revealing one of the two really special pieces that I picked up while I was in Paris. I was going to reveal both of them during the same video, but unfortunately, if you saw, I think, my last New York vlog, I'm having some issues with the other item. Not really with the item itself, but something that goes with the item that was missing. So I'm trying to get that sorted out before I reveal that to you. So that will be its own video. Honestly, both of these are such special pieces to me that they probably deserve their own video anyway, but I didn't want to keep prolonging and not showing you what I got just because I'm still waiting on that. So hopefully that will get resolved within the next couple days and I will be able to film that and show that to you too. So without further ado, let's see the first very special piece that I got from Louis Vuitton. So, it's just in this bag for show and like thumbnail purposes, but as you know, I'll pop a picture up here. I took a picture while I was in Paris of like the packaging and the boxes and everything, but I did not bring those home with me because they were very large boxes and there was no way that I was going to fit those in my luggage, and more importantly were the items. So I did pack them very well, but at least for the purposes of this video, I put it in a bag. So I completely forgot when I was filming this that I had a clip of me unboxing, so I'll insert that now. Let's see, Louis Vuitton. All right, here we go. Oh, this is so cute. He gave me a little bottle of Moet. Fortunately, I can't drink it. That's a bummer. And I can't take it on the plane. I mean, I wonder if I could put this in my checked luggage. I mean, I guess it gets shipped. I don't know. We'll see. And to reveal a very special dust bag. Some of you may know what this item is just by me showing you the dust bag. So the item that I got comes in this special dust bag. So hopefully you can see, this is obviously different than, you know, your normal fold over kind of beigey Louis Vuitton with the black lettering on it. This actually has the Malatage print on it, or it's actually like embossed into it, and it's a really, really thick, like almost, I think like Alcantara type fabric. So pause the video, put your guess down below. What do you think I got? Especially, like I said, if you know what these special dust bags are for, you may know, but guess which one, because I showed several over the course of my London and Europe trip. If you're new here, my name is Lisa and I love to do videos on luxury, handbags, shoes, ready to wear. I like to do some styling videos, and I do those things from the perspective of someone who is in the middle of her life, as well as someone who is mid-sized. So if that sounds like something interesting to you, I would love it if you would click the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so you know every time I upload a video. All right. So I'm not gonna make you wait any longer, but I will go through sort of why I picked this one and the other ones that I was considering, and I'll explain all that. But let's see some eye candy. So I got the Louis Vuitton mini capucines in the navy ostrich. Oh my gosh, look at that beautiful, beautiful bag. I cannot tell you how thrilled I am to have this piece in my collection. So if you're not familiar with the mini capucines, I'll do a quick review. So obviously you've got the LV on the front, and in this case, it's got the blue leather on on the hardware, so it's like blue and gold, and obviously you have the ostrich leather, so this is an exotic. Ostrich does not require CITES though, so I didn't have to worry about that coming back through customs. You do have 4 feet on the bottom, and you've got obviously this beautiful top handle, which does not move. This is rigid, and some people might have an issue with that. It's okay, and like I said, I'll kind of explain. So as you may or may not know, it has this flap. So if you don't want it to be so obviously Louis Vuitton, you can wear this flap out like so and cover up the logo, and then you just have that, you know, little flower detail that is part of Louis Vuitton's monogram print. But you know, if you don't know that, no one's gonna know that. So pretty quiet from the standpoint of Louis Vuitton, because like I said, the monogram is covered up. And inside there it says Louis Vuitton, made in France. I assume that all of the capucines are probably made in France. And it does have one divider, and here is the shoulder strap, which I will take out. That is also in the ostrich leather. And then inside there is a care card, which just says exterior ostrich leather, interior is goat skin. So there you are. And they don't give the product SKU codes, it seems like, in France. None of my items that I brought back did. And then this, I'm assuming, is like probably a care booklet. Yeah, it's about exotic skins in hopefully different languages, because clearly I do not speak French. So that is, I guess, how to care for exotic leather. And then there's this cute little like satin silk pillow that's in it. Not really sure why, but the other ones I've seen in store have the same thing. And then as you'll see, let's see if I can get this here. This loop kind of right here is where you put the flap into. So it kind of sits in that flap, so it, you know, it wouldn't really move that much anyway. I don't know why actually they need to do that, but that's what they did to sort of hold the flap. And as you can see, like I said, it is 2 compartments. There actually, I just realized, is one slit pocket here on the back, but that is it. So like I said, I am just thrilled beyond belief to have this bag. It is my first exotic. It is my first capucines. Now, if you watched my wish list video, you'll know that I mentioned possibly getting a capucines, and if so, I would do it in France because the price is cheaper to begin with. You obviously get the VAT back, and so I felt like I could get a decent amount of savings that would make this bag worthwhile from the perspective of, you know, potential resale value. Capucines tend to not hold their value as well as maybe some other bags from Louis Vuitton, which is interesting. This is their flagship bag, but if you look on Fashionphile, etc., and I will definitely link some of these below for you if you are interested, you can get a pretty good deal on capucines on the resale market. But if you don't, you know, if you're concerned about buying pre-loved, a great way to do it is to get them, like I said, in France, because the price is that much lower, and then you get the VAT back. So this was 7,000 euro, which I'll put on the screen like what the conversion is, etc., and what that is compared to the United States price. But, and I will put like exactly what I saved on the bag as well, but it was a significant savings. I want to say it was like over $3,000. So it really made sense if I was going to buy a capucines to do it in Paris. So here's the deal on this particular one. So we're in London and we've met up, you know, we've done our big meetup, and then we ended up going into Louis Vuitton the second day on Sunday. When we went to Louis Vuitton, we had an incredible tour from James, who is Deb and Amelia's SA there on New Bond Street. Highly recommend. He was a doll and just was so kind in giving us a tour of the private apartments, and it was fantastic. So on the day before though, Deb had her beautiful, absolutely stunning sort of amethyst purple colored mini capucines. And I also know, obviously, I'm assuming most of you watch Amelia from Amelia Rose's Closet. She also has several mini capucines, and both of them talk about how it's sort of a fussy bag. Originally, I thought, okay, if I'm gonna get a capucines, I will get the BB size because it will be more user-friendly, but I just loved the mini size and I thought it was adorable. And so I was talking to Deb because she had hers, and I said, you know, I love it, it's beautiful, but you just, I mean, I don't think you can get your phone in it. And of course we were all carrying our phones, right? So she didn't have hers in her purse because we were all carrying our phones. She's like, oh no, you can get your phone in it. And she showed me how. You just literally just, you know, move this out of the way. Now, again, it's a little bit of a pain, but it's then you just slide it in. It goes very easily into the back. You kind of angle it and then, but it fits horizontally. I have a 14 Pro, not the Max. I do not think that the Max would fit in this bag, but the Pro fits just fine. And when she showed me how easily the phone went into the back, I was sold. I was 100% sold. So when I was in London, I saw the beautiful, like kind of purple iridescent ostrich capucines, which matches the same purple kind of iridescent that Dale got in her Petite Mal. And then they also had the bright fuchsia, which I absolutely fell in love with. But I knew I wasn't going to purchase in London, so I waited obviously until I got to Paris. And the first stop I made for Louis Vuitton during my Paris trip was to the Avenue Montaigne store, and they were fantastic. And they pulled out, they had just gotten in a navy ostrich mini capucines. Now, I used to have a navy Chanel 19 bag, and I ended up selling it because I felt like it kind of was redundant when I got my black one. In hindsight, I will say that I regret selling that bag because I really, really like a navy bag. So I was kind of in the market for a navy bag, and when they pulled this out, I was like, oh my gosh, it is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So I'll insert a picture here. I think I posted it on Instagram, but I definitely sent it to the whole London Connection group where I was, you know, having some champagne, and it was sitting there, you know, nicely photographed with the glass of champagne and the mini capucines sitting there. And I loved it. I fell in love immediately when I saw it and tried it on, and I'll post some pictures here of me trying on the bag. But I decided to leave it at the store because I had several things that they were going to be bringing in for me, and I was going to be coming back the next day to try on some things and then to buy a couple things. So I thought, Lisa, you know, you want to see what else is out there, what other sort of very special capucines there are. So we'll leave it here. If it's not here when you come back tomorrow, then it wasn't meant to be. So fast forward to the next day. I then went to Louis Vuitton at Le Bon Marché. They had this gorgeous petrol lizard mini capucines in the window, and I was like, be still my heart. So I meandered my way into the Louis Vuitton concession at Le Bon Marché and met Nihat, I believe is his name, wonderful sales associate at Le Bon Marché, and proceeded to look at actually 3 different mini capucines. One being that fuchsia one, again, they had it as well. They did not have this. They had it the day before, but it sold. And then the petrol lizard, and then they had also an absolutely stunning black python with Swarovski crystals in the LV, and then it had that like special chain that goes with it that you may have seen on some, and then it had, you know, the classic strap. So I had those 3. Once again, I pulled the London Connection to get their opinions, talking with a lovely other woman who was also from the United States about what one she thought I should get. And Nihat again was so sweet and was like, you know what, you don't need to decide, because he had to order the sunglasses for me. It was down to the petrol lizard or the black python. And he's like, it's fine. I'll put them both on hold for you. Come back tomorrow. He's like, sleep on it. You're good. You can make your decision. So there I was. So we put those on hold. I went back to the Avenue Montaigne store to look at the other items that they brought in for me and to purchase. I asked if they had this bag still, and as I mentioned, it was sold. So I thought, okay, it wasn't meant to be. So the next day, I went back to Le Bon Marché to go make a decision on the 2 capucines that I had on hold. And then, like I said, I was still looking for a navy bag. Well, Deb had purchased a navy capucine bag in the PM size, and so I tried that on because I thought that was also beautiful. But I just couldn't quite decide what combination I want. And again, he's like, we'll put them on hold, it's fine. You know, come back tomorrow. So fast forward, go in the next day. This now I think is Thursday, the day I'm leaving. And I walk in and he pulls out the 2 capucines and he remembered that I really was interested in this bag. And he said, guess what came in this morning? And I was like, I don't know what came in. And he pulled out this bag. And so now I have this bag sitting on the counter. I have the black python sitting on the counter, and I have the petrol lizard sitting on the counter. And I'm like, what am I gonna do? I don't know. And I thought, Lisa, your very first instinct when you decided you wanted a capucines was you fell in love with this bag. And I always kind of feel like you should go with your first instinct. And my first instinct was this bag. And so that is how I got this gorgeous mini capucines bag. I have a feeling it is not going to be the only mini capucines bag in my collection. I have a feeling that it will, you know, maybe shortly have a cousin or a sister or a brother or something. But yeah, I can see where these become a little bit of an addiction. Now, I will probably wait until I go back to Europe at some point to buy another one, just because, like I said, the prices in Europe are so much better than they are in the United States, and it just makes so much more sense to buy them. I mean, honestly, it would pay for me to book a flight to Paris, you know, like arrive in the morning, fly out in the evening, just spend a day just to go buy this bag. Like, I can get flights out of New York for like $450 round trip. It would make more sense for me to just fly in and fly out to buy this bag in Paris than it would to buy it here. That's how much of a savings there is. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I got, my first very special piece from Paris. Let me know in the comments below. Did you guess right? Did you guess a completely different bag? Did you guess the right bag but the wrong, you know, leather or color, whatever? I'll be very curious to see what you say in the comments below. But I am, like I said, I'm thrilled to have this in my collection. It's really an amazing bag. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up. It does help the YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't subscribed, I would love to have you here. We have such an amazing community, and I'm getting closer and closer to 3,000 subscribers, which I am trying to hit before the end of the year. So if you can help me out with that, I would be greatly appreciative. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you know when I upload videos, which is generally 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And if you haven't had enough of me yet, I will pop another video up here for you to watch. And wherever you are, I hope you are having an amazing day or evening, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.